In today's video, we are going to evaluate a trade idea that it looks good in many different ways. As far as I'm concerned, we're going to look at these screens here in just a minute, but it hasn't really set up yet. So what you're going to see is a lot of different reasons to like the trade, and I do like the trade, but it simply hasn't triggered. And so a lesson you're going to learn here, hopefully, is that you have to be patient. A lot of times people get into trades that are basically kind of half-assed setting up, but they haven't really yet, basically started working to the point where they are actually a true high probability trade. So let's have a look at the stock. The stock is going to be Google, just so you know. And here we are there. So if we look at shares of Google here through sort of this this bigger picture lens, and the details don't matter so much here, but you can see very clearly we've got a very nice uptrend here through a lens of the last, let's say, 2 years or so. And the stock basically then started overshooting, and it's now coming back. It's sort of checking back to a point that not only coincides with a longer term trend to the upside, but also a point in time where there's horizontal support. So from this perspective, and at least the way I look at it, I think there's plenty of reasons to like the stock here for a trade. The trouble is, it hasn't yet actually set up yet. So what I'm going to do is zoom in a little bit closer into this stock for you so you can kind of see better what I am talking about. And what I'm talking about here is really the lack of what I call follow-through buying. So if you look at this now over the last few days, you'll see that the stock has essentially just kind of pushed back and forth really along with the broader market. This is not just this stock itself, it's doing exactly what the broader market is doing, which again is it's what I always say, the markets are highly correlated. So because of this, we basically now have to wait for the stock to start breaking out of this range. So I think I can take another tool here out. I don't want to mess it up too much. But the point is, you can see this trading range here, the stock has to first break above about 147 on the upside if we want to get a trade to the long side. And if, of course, the stock wants to break down, it has to break below about 990 or something like that on the downside. But the point is, this trade hasn't yet actually confirmed because there's no real follow-through buying. We had some here, but then that quickly got us back into a range. So we need to basically close above 147 or so for a trade to maybe trigger back into 1090, so 1090 or so on the upside. So that's the lesson for today. It's I really like the trade idea, but it hasn't yet triggered. And so I would highly encourage you to make sure that when you evaluate trades, that they are going to be also having what I call follow-through buying. If you're looking for a buy setup, and if you're looking for a shorting setup, that is actually confirmed buying pressure on the downside. As an FYI, I'll talk about this more the next few days. We are having our next workshop, the Steady Trade Workshop in Orlando, Florida. You can see that back here, I think. And so if you want to join us for that, make sure you sign up very soon. The tickets are going pretty quickly. It's going to be an amazing workshop, 2.5 days to really get you on the path of consistent profitability, teach you both income strategies and capital gain strategies. Meeting a fun group of people as well. And we'll be working on an individual trading plan for each and every one of you, so you learn how to actually look at the market from a top-down perspective, understand where the probabilities are, understand where the market's moving, which sectors are moving, and not get stuck in stuff that has dramatically changed its theme. So looking forward to see as many of you guys as possible there. I believe you can sign up at a link down below, or if you receive this by an email, there should be a link in the email. See you guys in the next video.